Hey, welcome back to Hugs and Honey. Good to see you today. I wanted to bring something up because it's been a topic of conversation a lot for me lately with my clients and with friends, is this idea of being very unsatisfied in your relationship. And I'm talking about romantic relationships right now, personal relationships. And a lot of my friends are just complaining about their boyfriends, and they're not on the same page. They don't feel respected. They don't feel understood. Their boyfriends aren't doing the things that make them happy. The communication is off. They're blaming each other. One is mad and the other one is also mad. And so they kind of continue in this sort of vicious spiral of just being mad. And in that moment, it's really hard to forgive someone and to, think that you're going to like them again, even. And so the theme, which is what I wanted to talk about, the theme that I've been noticing lately is that, I won't even say this, there is a common thread between these two people that I'm referring to, but I'll just talk about it here. So the thing that I think our society is really good at is thinking about our relationships and only using certain parts of our humanness to have them. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So to be human, we have a body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so that is what makes human beings, is this triad, right, of a body, a mind, and a spirit. And without any of those things, you're not really a human. You are dead, basically. So you're either physically dead or you could be brain dead, or, kind of like a zombie, right? Sort of spiritually dead. So when the three are not working together, or when one of them is sort of ignored and not honored, then things don't flow easily in life. And so as a society, we are really good at talking about our bodies and our minds, right? So like we have personal trainers and nutritionists and doctors that tell us we need to eat healthy and exercise and train and eat certain foods that make our bodies perform best and make us think best and all of these different things. So we feel really comfortable, right, with what we know about our bodies. And then therapy, psychotherapy, and sort of logic is what helps us with our mind. And so the psychotherapy has really come a long way in helping us to understand why we react to certain things the way that we do, and to help us through traumas that we have in our lives, which is super important, right? We need to help ourselves through those traumas. But the one part of our humanness that helps us in relationships and just, be the best person that we can be is something that we don't talk a lot about, and that is our spirit, right? We talk a lot about this on this channel, but in general, most people don't talk a lot about it, and they don't listen to their intuition when they're having relationships. They try to think through certain things. They try to outsmart what their intuition is telling them to do, because they will sit there and they will tell me, I'm really upset with him. I know he's not good for me. I really should break up with him, but I don't know how. I don't know what to do. He needs me. I need him. He's my anchor. I don't know what to do without him. Things like this, statements like this imply to me that only the mind and the body are being factored into the decision-making process of whether or not to stay with someone. And the spirit, which is the one talking to me, which is the one admitting and telling me the truth, right? The truth, that is the spirit talking. That is the little voice inside of you that is like, this relationship is not good for me, but I want to understand why it's not good for me before I stop it, before I change it. And I'm not going to stop it until I understand, right? And we're very stubborn about this, because if we don't understand it, we're not going to leave it, because then it would mean that we failed. And we don't want to fail because that feels bad. And so we stick out this relationship even though we're miserable and we don't know, and we know that it's not good for us, because we don't yet understand why we would get out of it. We haven't outsmarted ourselves yet and proven to ourselves that it's not good. And so, but your spirit does not like to be ignored. It's like a small child, like a toddler, that when you try to ignore a toddler, they start screaming or yelling or doing something really, really loud so that they demand your attention. And this is the same with your spirit. If your spirit is not being honored or respected or acknowledged or listened to, it's going to start to create problems in your life. It's going to start to make your relationships difficult, and you're going to fight. You're going to feel bad. You're going to start to feel resentful. It will start to create a negative vibration, not only inside of your own body. That's what's happening, actually, is that it's creating a disharmonious environment inside of you, because one piece of you is not in alignment with the decision, right? Your body might be in alignment, your mind is in alignment, it's trying to force you to do something, to stay with someone when you know they're not good for you, but yet you're ignoring your spirit. And so it's going to cause problems inside of your body, okay? It is going to cause chaos and disharmony. And and sorry, I have the dogs in the backyard and they're running around. It's really funny. And this disharmony inside of you will create a certain frequency and vibration because you're out of alignment, okay? And when you do that, you feel yucky inside, okay? So it's not easy to feel calm and wonderful when your spirit is not in alignment with your body and your mind. And that disharmony that you're feeling inside of you is going to transfer to everyone around you, because energy is contagious, right? It's contagious, whether it's good contagious or bad contagious. And so it spreads and contaminates your relationships because you're not in harmony with yourself. And so that disharmony, that energy is going to go along with you everywhere you go. And so anyone you come in contact with, including this significant other, is going to feel that. And you can try and hide it. You could try to outsmart it. You can try and talk yourself out of it, and, try and analyze it, and, just be logical. But your spirit, if it's not happy with the situation, it will continue to try to get your attention and try to tell you that it wants to change. And it's trying really, really hard to convince you, your mind, and your body to come on its side so that you can be in alignment, because really it's the spirit that we want to be listening to, not our mind. Our mind is trying its best to protect us and serve us and, keep us safe, but our spirit is the one that knows best, okay? That is what is downloading all of the truthful consciousness and information that we need to manage our lives and walk forward in authenticity and genuineness in ourselves. And so I know that's a lot, guys. I know it's kind of an interesting concept to be thinking about. But it's the little voice inside of you that knows the answer, right? The first time you see it, you hear your answer. Someone asks you a question, you know your answer. And then we have a tendency to outthink our answer, to try to rationalize our answer. What I'm suggesting to you is to try to start to just go with your first answer, with your gut instinct, with your intuition, with the little voice inside of you that is trying to direct you. It's very difficult, especially since we're not used to doing it, but let's try. It just takes practice, and it'll start speaking more clearly and more directly to you, where you will start to build confidence in its decision making, and you will see that your life will be much smoother and much happier when you start to listen to it, and your relationships will be much better and much more filled with love. So give it a try. I want to hear what your experience is like with this. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. I hear you. I see you. Oops, I see you. I hear you. I'm here for you, and I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.